I'm Christine, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm here with my December TBR and all the new releases for the month. So I can't believe we're already to the end of 2024. I feel like this entire year just flew by. I feel like that's becoming kind of a trend. All these years, they just keep flying by. Like, what's up with that? But anyways, today I'm here to chat about all of the December new releases on my radar, the ones that I want to get to, my TBR for the month, all of the book club reads, the read-alongs that I am a co-host for, kind of all of the priority reads, and then we'll chat a little bit about some other books on my radar for the month, as well as ones that just recently came in from like my library holds, all of those things. Of course, since it is December as well, and I'm full on into holiday mood, I'm going to be reading a ton of holiday romances for this month, so I just cannot wait. A lot that are on my TBR, which I shared my holiday romance TBR the end of November. I'll link it in the description of the video, kind of like all the new releases of holiday romances for the year. So I won't repeat all of those ones there because some of them are December releases, so I'm going to be talking about them anyways. But yeah, I have a lot of holiday romances on my TBR for this month, and just kind of ones that I maybe see getting hype on Instagram and just pick up and read as I go as well. So I will be leaving like some wiggle room in my TBR because, you know, I love to mood read. So just like whatever catches my fancy that I see on Instagram or other friends talking about, I'll probably pick up as well. So with all of that out of the way, let's get into my priority reads for the month. So these are all of my book club reads and the read-alongs that I'm co-hosting. So first up, I am a co-host for the Historical Hellions book club, which is a historical romance book club where we read historical romances published before the year 2000. So I'm a co-host along with Jess from Peace Love Books and Samantha from Books with Samantha. And so our December book of the month is After the Abduction by Sabrina Jeffries. I am so excited for this one. I have a physical copy around here somewhere, but I recently got new bookshelves, moved things around, and for some reason I can't find that one, but I will be finding it probably after this video. So this is After the Abduction. This is actually book 3 in the Swanley Spinsters series. So we have heard that people say it's best to read the series in order, or to especially read the second book before getting to book 3, because I think this one is possibly like a character redemption arc or something like that. So we kind of had a conversation about if we were going to keep this one for the December pick or not, and we decided to just go with it. I'm personally going to be reading the entire series beforehand, or at least the first 2 books before getting to this third book in the series. I've been wanting to read Sabrina Jeffries for years, and I've heard amazing things about her writing. So I'm very, very excited for this one. After the Abduction, like I said, is our book club read, and this one is on like Hoopla, it's on Libby, it's on library sources. So if you can find it there, definitely do so. And our live show information for that one, I believe, is going to be December 29th. I think that's the date that we decided on. So December 29th, I think this is on my channel, possibly. You can check out our Instagram as well. It's always linked in the description of the video for Historical Hellions. But yeah, it's going to be December 29th, so I'll put the graphic info here, so definitely join us and chat all the things, and so we're so excited. Next up, I have been a co-host for the Wallflowers Read-Along by Lisa Kleypas with a bunch of booktube friends, and so I am so excited to continue / finish out the Wallflowers journey. So December, our book pick is a Wallflower Christmas, so fitting for December, of course. So here is the gorgeous cover. I love the gold and the red and green dresses, and then we have this gorgeous step back moment as well. This entire series has been a reread for me. It's one of my favorite series to reread, and doing this as a read-along has been so much fun to be able to chat about all of the books with friends, hear about everybody reading it for the first time, rereading it, just kind of get into the series a lot more, which I have just loved. So yeah, this one is our December pick. It is a novella, so it is definitely on the shorter side. This one kind of is like an extended epilogue for all the Wallflowers couples. You get to see all of them, as well as it has a new romance in here as well. The hero in this one is actually the brother of 2 of the sisters of the series that we've seen. So I am so excited to reread this one for Christmas time. It's gonna be so perfect. This one is full of like Christmas time adventures and all the winterness of it all. So I'm very, very excited. I will share the live show info date for this one. This one, our live show is on December 15th on Rachel from Rachel Reads and Sings channel. So I definitely hope you end up joining us. We're so excited, and P.S. we're gonna be continuing on with the Hathaways and the Ravenels. So definitely join us in 2025 as well. All right, and then next up, I co-host the Leave It to the Pros book club with Tori from Novel Life, which is our historical fiction book club. And so for December, we kind of wanted to go with like a wintry themed historical fiction book as well. So we're going to be reading Last Christmas in Paris. This is by Hazel Gaynor and Heather Webb. I believe those are the correct authors. Yes. I guess this author duo co-writes a lot of historical fiction books together. I had never heard of them, but I believe somebody mentioned this one in our October live show for the book club, and so I wrote it down then because we wanted to do like a winter one for December. I had to grab a physical copy of this one. I absolutely love the cover, the Eiffel Tower, the red ribbon, her red dress, the beautiful like sparkly lights in the background. This one is a novel of World War I, it says on the cover, and this one I believe we follow 4 different kind of stories told throughout, I believe, 1914 and 1918. I'm very excited for this one. I had to grab a physical copy because it was on sale on Amazon at the time when I saw it, but I'm so glad I did because I didn't realize this, but this book is like an epistolary story. So we have letters, we have telegrams, and just all of these moments between the characters. So I'm just so excited. I love when there's like letters and telegrams, and that's how the story is told, I believe. I am so stinking excited that I got this one. Yeah, we just have like telegrams throughout, like the characters blocking off things in their letter. So yeah, I'm so excited to get to this one in December, and I'm so glad I grabbed a physical copy because like I said, I didn't know that it was told through like letters and telegrams and all of that, and I'm even more excited now. I love those type of stories. So I'm very excited to get to this one. I'm just like thriving with historical fiction books right now, and so I'm very excited to get to this one in December, which I'll share the live show info here. We're gonna have our live show on December 17th, and we're gonna have it on Tori's channel. This one in particular, I also saw that it is available on Hoopla. It's available on Libby. There's audiobooks, there's ebooks, all available through library sources. So definitely check there and join us if you can. We are so excited to read this one. If you need the kind of reminder about the live show date as well, we have a Instagram for Leave It to the Pros Book Club, again linked in the description of the video. So yeah, hope you join us for this one. Then I have a couple other book clubs that I'm going to be like joining and reading their picks for the month. So first up is the Teacups and Murder Book Club, and this is run by Samantha from Books with Samantha and Spencer from Intentionally Bookish. This is their cozy mystery book club, and they do it seasonally, and I've been joining the last 2 months in particular because I've just been wanting to get into cozy mysteries myself, and this is like the perfect way to try out different authors. They just tell me what to read, and then I pick it up and read it. So this one is Rest Ye Murdered Gentlemen, which the cover alone and the title I love. This is by Vicky Delaney. This one in particular, it is available on my Hoopla, my library source at least, so I'm going to grab the audio there. So I can't wait to get into that one and try another cozy mystery author. I am part of Jess from Peace Love Books, her Patreon, so she's been reading Nora Roberts reads all year long, and I have loved it so much because it has helped me get to Nora Roberts books as well and like make them a priority. And the last 2 months in particular, I have loved the picks, so I'm so excited for the December pick, which is High Noon by Nora Roberts. I know nothing about this one. I grabbed the audio and I can't wait to check it out. All right, and then now let's get into the December new releases because there are a ton of them. I think I have 28 on my list, so let's get into these kind of quickly. So first up is The Broken Places by Mia Sheridan. This one comes out on December 1st. I don't know honestly anything about this one. I've read quite a few Mia Sheridan books in the past. This one I believe is more romantic suspense, thriller-esque. I know it's going to be on KU with the Read and Listen feature, which I love that when I can get the audio with the KU book, so I'm probably going to check it out. Possibly, we'll see. Also on December 1st is Dashing All the Way by Chelsea Curto. This is a holiday romance novella. I don't know anything about it. I just kind of jump into holiday romances, especially when they're novellas. I'm excited for this one and I love the super cute cover. On December 3rd is a new release from Sarah Kate. So this is Keep Me. I absolutely love this one. I read an arc of it and it is so good. This is the first book in her new Sinful Manor series. In this one, the hero is a billionaire. There is a grumpy, the hero is grumpy, the heroine's grumpy. They're both broken characters who have kind of some trauma from their past, and they end up in a marriage of convenience. It takes place in Scotland. It is so good. I loved these two characters who are broken and have found one another. I gushed about this one in my November mid-month wrap-up. I love this book. 2 pieces. I highly recommend checking it out. I gave it 4.5/5 stars. It's out on December 3rd. I really love this one. Another one that is out on December 3rd, which I want to get to sooner than later, I have an arc of it and I'm so stinking excited, is Under Lock and Key by Lana Ferguson. This author, I read her books last summer for the first time and loved them so much. I've read all of her releases. All of them are like different romance tropes, subgenres, which I love. So this one's actually going to be a monster romance with a Loch Ness monster. I'm dying for this one and so excited. This author, I feel like all of her tropes, subgenres that she's written in have just worked for me. She had a hockey romance, she had a single dad nanny, she had a wolf shifter kind of alpha omega one, which I loved as well. So I'm just so excited. She's writing all the things in romance and I'm so here for all of them. So yeah, this one's out on December 3rd. And then on December 4th, we have a holiday romance novella. So this is Matchmaking Under the Mistletoe by Holly Lucky. This one, like I said, I don't know too much about the holiday romances, especially novellas. So this one, I just love the pink cute cover and I'll probably check it out in December as well. On December 5th, we have Forever the Highlands by Samantha Young. I'm so excited for this one. This is the 6th book in her Highlands series, which I have loved the entire series and I'm so excited for it. Set in Scotland, and we've been following the same like characters, family, friend groups, kind of things like that throughout the years, and I'm very excited for this one. I think it might be the end of the series, possibly. I have no idea actually. But that one is out on December 5th. Also on December 5th is another holiday romance novella. So this is Sweet Boys Love Christmas by Macaulay Smelter. I have read the Boys series by this author. So this is a holiday romance novella for that series. And I've really enjoyed the series. They're very like low angst, just chill, low on the sports, but they are college sports romances. I've enjoyed a bunch of them in the series. And so I'm excited to get to this little like holiday romance novella that's a part of the series as well. On December 6th is another of my highly anticipated books for the end of the year. So this is Bourbon and Secrets by Victoria Wilder. And I am so excited for this one. I have an arc of it on my Kindle. I just haven't gotten to my Kindle ebooks in a while and I need to get back into them. So I am just so excited to start this one. I'll probably start it like the weekend coming up, which is going to be like Thanksgiving weekend. And I am so stinking excited for this one. December 6th. I cannot wait. The first book in the series is one of my favorites of the year, romantic suspense set at this like urban kind of family business, and I am just very excited for this one if you can't tell. And then a couple holiday romances on December 6th. So we have The Holiday Clause by Anne Einerson. This is a little cutesy Christmassy novella from her. I've read all of her books and I love them so much, just like very cute and charming, and I'm very excited for this new one from her. I also love the cover. And then also on December 6th is A Rose Ridge Christmas from Ashley Munoz. So this is a holiday romance novella that exists in her Stone Riders MC series, which is a motorcycle club series that I have loved and read all of the books. And this is the kind of novella, holiday novella, I should say, part of that series as well. So I'm assuming we're going to be following the characters that we already know and love from the Stone Riders series, and I can't wait. On December 10th, we have a historical romance that I'm very, very excited for. So this is No Ordinary Duchess by Elizabeth Hoyt. This is the third book in her Grey Court series. I have an arc of it on my Kindle again. I need to get to it. And this one I am so excited for. It's been pushed back for quite a few years, the release date, and I'm just so excited that we're finally getting to it because I love Elizabeth Hoyt's historical romances. I've read them all. I have an author guide to her on my channel if you want to check it out, and I am just so excited to finally get to this one. All right, on December 10th, we have a couple from S.J. Tilly. So she has a couple new like holiday novellas. So the first one is Snowden Bite. This is on December 10th, and like I said, from S.J. Tilly. She had a holiday romance one last year that I had read and enjoyed, and so this one's just like another little bite-sized fun one, and they're all kind of themed around baking. I feel like the first one in the series was around the like Great British Bake Off type of theme of a show, and so I'm excited for the continuation of this novella series. So like I said, this one's out on December 10th, and then also on December 10th, we have a New Year's one. So this is New Year's Bite, again, part of that same little like novella holiday trilogy. Very excited for those. On December 13th, we have A Billionaire for Christmas by Adeline McLeod. This is part of a really cute like holiday romance novella that 4 different authors wrote in, and so I'm excited for this one. I love a billionaire for Christmas. Yes, please. On December 16th, this one is Goddess of Light by Karina Halley. This one, I believe it's still coming out. I think it's the 4th book in her Underworld series. There isn't a cover yet, but it might come closer to the date. I feel like she kind of puts all of her info out there like sooner to the release date, so I believe it's still coming out. This one is the 4th book in the Underworld series, like I said, which the first book is River of Shadows. So I've read the first 2 books, haven't continued on. This is book 4. On December 16th, we have My Rival for Christmas by Sarah E. Green. Again, this is part of that really cute holiday romance collection series that 4 different authors wrote in. I did get to read a bit of this one early, and I'm so stinking excited because I love it so much. It's so good. So they were ice skating partners for years, and they had a falling out, and they're no longer partners. It's been a couple years, and now they are kind of in the same place for Christmas at the same time, at the same resort, and now they're around one another again, and the tension and the banter, so stinking good. So this is on December 16th. Then we have North is the Night by Emily Rath on December 17th. This one's actually her first foray into a fantasy, and I know that she's been strongly saying this is not a fantasy romance. It's very more historical fiction fantasy, but there is like a sapphic romance in here, I believe, or a sapphic love story, I think, happening throughout, but she's been very much saying like this, don't go in assuming it's a fantasy romance because it's not. It's like historical fiction fantasy. So I am a little bit excited for this one, not gonna lie. On December 17th as well, we have Leaf It To Me by Lainey Hatcher. This one, I think it's Small Town, and I believe it might be set around winter or Christmas. I could be totally wrong. Like I said, some of these I don't really look up too much about the synopsis. I think this is the second one from this author, and it sounded so good and cute. I actually thought it was like a part of the first book, but it's its own like standalone, so that has me even more excited to get to it. On December 19th, we have a new one from Scarlett Scott. So this is A Duke with a Reputation. I believe this is the first book in a new series from her. She's an indie historical romance author that I love. She has so many books, and she writes so many new books like every single month, and so I think this is the start of a new series from her. Could be wrong there because like I said, she has so many different series going on at the same time. Either way, I'm excited because I do love her books, and they're usually on the shorter side, so I can't wait to get to this one. All right, these next 3 are all ones that I am highly anticipating. So the first one is A Tempest of Desire by Lorraine Heath. This is out on December 24th and is the perfect like pre-Christmas treat to myself from Lorraine, and I cannot wait. This book is going to be a part of her Scandalous Gentleman of St. James series, so this is going to be book 5, and I love this series to pieces. You know around here that I love Lorraine Heath. She's my historical romance queen. I have read a majority of her backlist, and so I'm so excited because this one's going to connect to not only the Scandalous Gentleman of St. James, but the Scoundrels of St. James series, which are 2 of my favorite series from her, and I am just so excited. Again, I have an arc of this one, but I've been waiting and want to savor it and just get to it closer to the release date. I am so stinking excited. Lorraine Heath always hits for me. I have an entire author guide for her as well on my channel if you want to check that out. I'll link it in the description of the video along with the Elizabeth Hoyt one. Then on December 26th, we have The Wild Wolf's Rejected Mate by Kate C. Wells. I love the series so much from this author. This is, I believe, book 5. 5, I read the first 4 books in the series and have really enjoyed them. These are basically wolf shifters, and we have the rejected mates trope, which I love and eat up. So paranormal romance, I'm so excited. I love this series. It's just so good. So that's out on December 26th. Also on December 26th is Wyatt by Jessica Peterson. I read Cash earlier this summer and really enjoyed that one. And so I'm excited to get to this one. These are cowboy western, small town kind of vibes, romances. And I'm so excited because we've met this character already. He's the brother of the hero of the first book. And I'm so excited to continue on. I just really enjoyed the writing in the first one so much and the characters. And I'm excited to get to this one as well. On December 27th, not sure if I'll get to this one, but I do want to talk about it. So it's Heart of Thrones by S.J. Silvis and S. Mastery. So this is their second book in a series that they did. I believe last year it was like Sticks and Stones was one they had come out around December as well. And so it's a co-written book, hockey romance, I think possibly like on the darker side. I don't know. I haven't gotten to the first book, didn't hear the greatest things, but this is book 2 in the series. So it's out there and it's happening. So if you liked the first one, maybe you'll like this one. On December 30th, it's supposed to be Married to the Devil by Lillian Lark. I don't know if she's still writing this one or if it's going to come out. There's no cover yet, but I love Lillian Lark's romances. She's a monster romance writer, and I just eat up her monster romances and love them all so much. So this one I believe connects to her other monster romance series. So we'll see if it comes out. If so, December 30th. Then there are a couple on the last day of the year. So on December 31st, we have Stealing for Keeps by Rebecca Jinchak. This one is actually her first YA romance, and I think it sounds so cute. It's YA, it's sports, and I'm excited to get to this one. Actually, I really love Rebecca Jinchak's college sports romances, so I'm excited to check out her YA one as well. I feel like the cover's really cute and it just sounds really, really fun, so I do want to check this one out as well. And then we have on December 31st, Mr. Broody by Piper Rain. This is the second book in their current series they're writing. I read the first book, which was Mr. Heartbreaker, a couple months ago. It was just okay, so I probably won't continue on, but it is a hockey romance, kind of more rom-com, low angst. And then the last one for the year is Training the Heart by Paisley Hope. This one is also out on December 31st. This author, I read her other like darker romance, the MC one, which was a wolf. And so I haven't read her cowboy western series, but this is, I believe, the second book in the series. And I'm excited to get to these. They are on my TBR, so I have to read the first book before reading the second one, but I'm excited to get to them one day. All right, so those are all the new releases for December that are on my radar. All right, and then I do have some that are on my like Libby app that the audios are coming in for soon, so we'll talk about those as well. So I did end up grabbing The Unmaking of June Farrow by Adrienne Young. I know that Tori from Novel Life recently read this book and really, really enjoyed it. And I did read another book from this author that I read in the past, which was another kind of like magical realism type book. And so I'm excited to check out this one as well. So I grabbed the audio from my library. It should be coming in sooner than later. I also have The Midnight Feast from Lucy Foley. I didn't realize that she had a new thriller come out. This author's kind of more hit and miss for me, but I do want to check this one out. I think I saw it because it was on the Goodreads like thriller list for the year. And so that's how I kind of figured out that she had a new thriller. She's kind of more hit and miss for me, but I do want to check it out anyways. So I put a Libby hold for that one as well. I also have All the Colors of the Dark by Chris Whitaker. This one I have heard amazing things for. I think it's more mystery, thriller, suspense. I believe it takes place in the 1970s, and I believe it takes place in like a small town like Missouri, Wisconsin, one of those places. And I believe it's following like a story with like a serial killer and like murders happening. So I'm excited to get to that one. I've heard amazing things for it. My audio recently came in. I had an audio hold on it for forever, and so I'm very excited to get to that one before the end of the year. I also really want to get to Yellowface by R.F. Kuang. This one has been on my TBR, on my radar for quite a few years. I've always heard like people talking about it, and I want to finally get to it. So again, this was another one I had a Libby holdout for a long time, and it finally came through. So hopefully I end up getting to that one before the end of the year as well. All right, and these next ones as well, I put Libby holds on them through my library, and they finally came in. So first up, we have The Cinnamon Bun Bookstore by Lori Gilmore. This is small town kind of cozy vibes, and I'm excited to continue on. The first book in the series was The Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I read that one. It was a lot of fun, but I've heard the second book and third book are even better. So I'm excited to get to them, and my audio holds finally came in from the library. So this one first, and then I definitely will get to the third one as well, which is The Christmas Tree Farm, again by Lori Gilmore, and these are small town. I love like the cute little like shiny elements to the book covers. So I'm excited to get to this one as well. Again, these are like more small town kind of cozy vibes. I'm excited to get to them because like I said, I heard amazing things, and this one's going to be perfect for December. I also had put out an audio hold for Duchess Material by Emily Sullivan. So this one is a historical romance that recently came out in November. I was sent a finished copy from the publisher, which I'm so excited for. I am really excited to get to this one. It's the start, I believe, of a new series from this author, or just a standalone. I really enjoy her historical romances, and so I'm excited to get to this one. It was described as like Miss Scarlet and the Duke, but with more kissing, which I think we all wanted and needed. And so I'm excited to get to this one. I think she's like a blue stocking school teacher. I believe he's like her sister's best friend, I want to say. Yeah, her sister's best friend, and he's a Duke, and I'm excited to get to it. And then I also have Surviving Scar by Ruby Dixon. I'm excited excited for this one. This is book 2 in her Ice Planet Clones series. And Can We Even with the step backs on these sci-fi alien romances. You know, around here I love Ruby Dixon, and this is, like I said, book 2 in her Ice Planet Clones series, and this one just recently got an audiobook, and that's how I like to binge a bunch of her books. So I'm very excited to finally get to this one because I loved the first book in the series, and I'm so excited to continue on. All right, so those are all the books on my December TBR, all the new releases on my radar for the month. So excited to get to so many of these reads. Like I said, I'll be getting to even more that I didn't name because I love to mood read, pick books up kind of as I go and as I see them. I also want to read a bunch of holiday romances this year, which again, I'll link my holiday romance TBR and where I talk about all the new holiday romance releases for the year in the description of the video as well. I also did film a 10 before the end, like 10 books I want to get to before the end of the year, which I think there was only a crossover of one of them that I talked about in this video. So definitely check out that one. I think it's coming this coming weekend as well. I have pre-filmed a bunch of videos, and like for December, I usually do like an extra video a week. So you probably end up getting like 3 videos from me a week instead of 2. So I'm very excited because I have a lot of videos pre-filmed, and like I just want to talk about all the things in December. So yeah, and all of the favorites of the year and all the end of the year wrap-ups, all those things will be coming, and I'm so excited. So hopefully you read some amazing books in December. If you have any on your TBR or any new releases that I didn't talk about that you know are coming out, definitely let me know that as well in the comments. If you want to leave me an emoji in the comments today, leave me a moose emoji. So we had a moose in our front yard last night, which I will probably show a video or a photo of here. And so yeah, definitely leave me a moose emojis. So if you haven't done so yet, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future videos, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!